Our goal for this question is to decide which of our answer choices is an essential idea that we need to understand the argument. In other words, without this assumption, the argument would fall apart. Before we look at our answer choices, let's make sure we understand our argument. The main idea of this argument can actually be found in the last sentence, that children who spend the earliest years of their education using phonics are actually at a disadvantage as they age. The main idea here then is that using phonics to help children learn to read can actually disadvantage them later on. So for this type of question, it can be difficult to come up with a prediction. However, here, the argument suggests that if the child is given phonics instruction, then he or she can never recover in reading. In other words, the assumption here is that early experiences matter a lot to a child's future reading ability. Now let's look at our answer choices and see which one best matches our guess. So when we review our choices, choice C is the answer that best matches our prediction. If children's reading abilities depend on the main method that is used to instruct them, then it makes sense to argue that mainly using phonics would disadvantage children. This is the correct answer. If we wanted, we could stop here, but let's review the other answers. Choice A doesn't work because it actually conflicts with the argument. If there is more than one type of lesson that contributes to a child's ability to read, then we can't only blame phonics when an adult doesn't read well. So we can mark off choice A. Moving on to choice B. Although this choice does relate to the topic, we aren't sure how it relates to the actual argument. For example, we don't know what type of reading instruction is being used at home or at school, so this choice doesn't connect to how phonics influences children's reading abilities. This makes choice B wrong. Choice D also doesn't work. It mentions a different method of teaching literacy, exposure to books, which was never mentioned in the passage. So we can rule out choice D as well. Choice E may be tempting. If this detail were true, it would definitely strengthen the argument as evidence, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a statement that holds the argument together, and without it, the argument wouldn't work. Choice E doesn't fit, so we can mark it out. That leaves us with our original guess, choice C. Without this statement, the argument just wouldn't work. This is a great assumption for this question. The correct answer is choice C.